What if you scribbled an idea on a napkin and it became a limitless scale tech company poised for exit? What if you had a vision of eliminating an inefficiency in your community, industry, or the world, and you had a chance to co-found a company and bring this product or service to the market? What if we could positively impact every social issue with tech? 10x Tech Tank is the #1 daily show for everything tech entrepreneurship. And whether you are technical or not, you will learn, be inspired, and witness transformation in the making. People will share tech ideas on napkins. People will showcase minimum viable tech products. People will explain their cash-flowing tech companies looking for acceleration. And if the person is right, and their idea is right, and the market is right, and the business model is right, then there's a great chance you will witness some serious magic. We are on a mission to build, scale, and sell 10,000 tech companies in 10 years. And we invite you to make history with us. Together, we achieve more.
Welcome to 10x Tech Tank. Jared Yellin here, and the one, the only,
Eric Nowoslawski.
Are you excited for the tank?
I'm extremely excited.
We're always excited for the tank. The reason why is we don't know who's showing up. We don't know who's showing up. Our team doesn't tell us. It's completely a surprise. We have 4 entrepreneurs show up every night, and they're sharing their dreams with us. They're sharing their dreams, and these dreams are tech ideas. And sometimes they scribble on a napkin like this. They're like, hey, what do you guys think of this? Other times, they're minimum viable tech products where they put a little bit of money and time into. And sometimes we have cash-flowing tech companies. We have entrepreneurs that are coming that they've done it. They've got the cash flow, yet they know there's a journey of 1,000,000 miles that stands between where they are and where they want to be. And our hope and desire is that the right person shows up with the right idea in the right market and the right business model, and we can say, yes, let's move forward with due diligence. But we need your help. As you watch us every night, Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we need your support. We need you to get loud in the comments. If you love an idea, please let us know. And if you stand against it, politely, please let us know as well, because you will influence our decision. So with that, let's invite our first entrepreneur into the tank. Who are you and where are you calling in from? We got Michael here. Michael, where are you calling in from?
I'm calling you from Mornington Peninsula. It's a beautiful spot, about an hour's drive out of Melbourne, in Australia.
Awesome, thank you. So it's still the same, so it's the next day actually. So let's rock and roll, man. Please share your big vision with us. You got 3 minutes, share your big tech idea.
Okay, so now, at first I thought when I was thinking about how to prepare for this, I was thinking, I'd love to share with you how the idea that I have meets all 4 criteria. Can you hear me okay?
Okay, you're great.
Yeah, so it meets all 4 criteria that you've got. And I also love to share how it's going to really positively transform tens of thousands of people's lives. But rather than do that, I thought I'd let you discover that for yourself. So if you don't mind indulging me just for a minute, and imagine this. Imagine a hospital room. In that hospital room there's a man, he's 41 years old, he's on a bed, he's hooked up to drips, oxygen, and he's in the last hours of his life. He's surrounded by his family, he's got a loving wife, beautiful children, siblings, family. He's dying of a smoking-related illness. Now, imagine the doctor comes into this room and he says to the family, I've got a cure, I've got something that can add 10 to 14 years to this person's life. How much would they pay for that? What would they do to get hold of that cure? And of course you cannot put a price on it. And in a way, this is what I do. I'm actually a hypnotherapist and I help people quit smoking. Now over 10 years, I've developed a unique system, using a combination of hypnotherapy, NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, and cognitive behaviour therapy that helps people quit smoking in only 1 session, and it's guaranteed. I have a 95% success rate. I've got 125-star Google reviews. So basically it works. Now a couple of years ago, it became apparent to me that what I do is unique, that I have a very high success rate that doesn't seem to be duplicated elsewhere. And I felt I've got to share this. I've got to leverage myself. And of course, I can't do that seeing people one-to-one. So what I did is I came up with an online program. Now the reason the face-to-face sessions are so successful is that firstly, I'm very careful. I only work with people, I qualify people, make sure they're ready to quit. Secondly, I target their individual requirements. So it's very highly tailored to the individual. Now obviously I can't offer that in an online program in 1 session. because I have to cover every possible permutation and combination of reasons that they've been trapped in that habit, all the false beliefs, the myths they have, and then all the possible replacement behaviours that might suit them. So I've developed a 7-day online program that helps people quit smoking. And it's just about 40 minutes a day that covers videos, cognitive behaviour therapy exercises, neuro-linguistic programming practices that help them, and of course hypnotherapy recordings as well that they listen to each time. So that by the time they get to day 7, they not only hate smoking, but it makes it quite easy for them to quit. So I'm at the point where I've actually piloted this. It's on Kartra, and I took it to market probably about 6 months ago, and I've had to go with 2 different marketing agencies, and it's just not going anywhere. I haven't chosen very well with my marketing agencies, I think. So that's where I'm at now. So
awesome. So let's ask you some questions, Michael. So first off, congratulations on the results that you're getting for people. Really breaking habits like smoking. They transform generations to come, right? Because then parents break the habit, and then their kids, as a result, they don't see them having that habit, and then it just breaks that cycle. So kudos to you for the work that you do. So up to this point, you have said you hired 2 marketing agencies, but didn't get the results you were looking for. What's the price point that you're charging for the 7-day program?
Well, $197 for the 7-day program. But I did trial it also at $47, and I trialed all sorts of different with the agency, a free ebook, and then a video series, and then $7 video series, and upselling to that. So it just basically hasn't flown. But I wasn't very impressed with the agency, to be honest. But the thing is, like this, I'm talking about 25,000 people as well. It's not, and we can reach that target quite easily. That's my big, hairy, audacious goal, 25,000 people to quit by 2025. Now think about that. The average smoker spends $5,000 a year on smoking. 25,000 times 5,000, that's $125 million that is going back into local economies instead of going to tobacco.
So who would be, if you had to pick a influencer, because it sounds like right now one of the challenges is that you don't necessarily have an audience to sell this course into. So the majority of what these agencies are doing is trying to generate cold traffic to a $7 offer and then upsell them. But who would be an influencer that has access to your 25,000 people right now, that if they were to endorse you, partner with you, that you'd get your 25,000 people overnight or pretty quickly? So who is that person of influence that would be able to stand behind this and really have a relevant audience for you?
Yeah, well, in terms of a relevant audience, that's a tough question, and that's really why I'm here. Like, you guys have access. There's still about 12 to 16% of populations around the world, so globally, I'm looking at, that smoke. It's 8 million people a year that die from smoking-related illness. This is a big audience, right? But yeah, I don't know of one influencer that I could go to that could do that. So most of the influencers... That's
what you need to figure out, though, right? But you need to figure that out. So, like, we work with entrepreneurs across all industries, and there's always somebody, and this is for everybody watching this right now, there's always somebody that has the keys to your kingdom. Always. Like, in every industry from around the world. And the keys to your kingdom means that they've been building whether it's a personal brand, a tribe, a movement, for a longer period of time than you have. And they have your ideal audience, and you have a solution to support their ideal audience. Your responsibility is to figure out, how do you help that person that has the keys to your kingdom have their vision become their reality with you? And that's your responsibility, because there's somebody right now that has an audience of people that are directly relevant to you. So you work with all of our portfolio companies with regard to growth strategies. And a lot of what you do is cold outreach, but a lot of what you do is also relationship capital. So what are your thoughts on a 7-day program to break a habit that will inevitably kill people? What are some of the ideas around relationship capital that come to mind?
So actually, I was thinking of immediately going to musicians and other kinds of artists, because so I was just in Portugal and there was a concert going on and everyone was smoking at the concert. It was actually kind of unbelievable. In Europe, of course, the smoking rates are higher than they are in America. And going to musicians who have probably been down that journey as well, and they had a tough time quitting, and then bringing it to their audience as well, because for some reason in the music industry, smoking follows a lot. So that was actually the first thing that came to my head.
Yeah, I would actually highly recommend that, where you go after the musician who is currently smoking and be like, do you want to break that habit? Because that habit's going to cause a myriad of challenges. Let's document you breaking this habit with me. And then let's have all of your following, your young people that are smoking cigarettes because they see you smoking cigarettes, begin to break that habit as well by using the 7-day self-directed, more affordable program. So with that, I want to give our audience a chance to share their thoughts. What are your thoughts on a 7-day program that's pretty much going to guarantee that people break this habit, kick this habit? With regard to due diligence, for me, there's no tech in this idea. It's a great idea. It's an information product. You've already set up on Kartra, which is exactly where you should be, or any platform like that. What you're going to need is now think outside the box to who has the keys to my kingdom. And I think the musician industry is a perfect industry. But Eric, is there anything that I'm missing in this with regards to due diligence?
So that would just be my only challenge as well for taking the next step, is what would be the utility we would put into a tech product. Like Jared said, you are in the right place. Like, you put it up on the learning management software and let people access it there. And then I wonder what that tech product could be, where you could take the same things that you've been utilizing in other places and turn it into a utility that people would download onto their phones and an app and all of those things. But I mean, kudos to you. What a phenomenal transformation that you're helping people create through your teachings and through your documented success.
Yeah, some type of like habit app that like helps you break bad habits, create new habits. It becomes a utility. You can't live without it. You're using it throughout every single day, and it's guaranteeing the results that you're able to produce through the content that you've created. That's what we look for. We look to build utilities that are not content driven, although content might be a piece of it, but a utility that people literally can't live without. It just becomes so ingrained in their life. So Michael, thank you so much for coming to the Tank. Great presentation. We believe in you, man, and excited to see what you can do. Go get somebody that has the keys to your kingdom. There's somebody, and there's actually somebodies that has the key to your kingdom, and those 25,000 people are right around the corner. So we talk about all the time how important relationship capital is. Relationship capital is the single greatest way to scale any business, because there's no competition in the space of relationships. None. You might have to outspend your competition on Facebook. You might have to out-optimize your competition on your website, but there's no such thing as too many relationships an individual person will have. So we hope that benefited you. We're gonna take a quick commercial break, and then we'll be back with our next entrepreneur.
What if there was a way to guarantee farm fresh produce in the home of every family in your zip code? What if you and your family could launch a business out of your home, place of worship, or anywhere you desire? What if you could become part of the solution to current healthcare crisis that plagues our world? What if you could become your local farm bridge? We are on a mission to find one local health enthusiast in every zip code from around the world to launch a local farmers market. This business opportunity will take only a few hours a week and produce significant income for you and your family. Plus, it's a force for good as we unite and simplify the process of connecting local farmers with local families so that farm fresh produce exists within every home in your community. We are on a mission to revitalize our soil, help the farmers who work tirelessly to provide high nutrient foods to our families, and strengthen the health of our nation that has been manipulated into consuming low nutrient, ultra-processed foods. Together, we can grow the number of thriving, sustainable farms and increase human health and longevity through creating ease in access to high nutrient foods. Spots are limited and zip codes are being claimed quickly, so if you could see yourself as part of the solution, we invite you to join our movement.
And we're back, Biggie. Boom, boom, let's go. Let's go. Who's coming to the tank? Who's coming? Who's coming right now? All right, we got, what's your name and where are you calling in from?
Hello.
How are you? What's your name? Where are you calling in from?
My name is Mark Basir, calling from Melbourne, Australia.
Awesome. Welcome to the tank. Appreciate you. You got 3 minutes. Share your big idea.
Sounds good. Let me just share my screen. Hopefully you can see that.
Yes, perfect. Thank you so much.
All right. So let's start. So again, the project is a debut. App development is quite a costly exercise. You need an experienced team and allocate a lot of time. IT professionals and software development companies employing ideal processes. The statistics suggest that there is an opportunity for drastic improvements. App development is a teamwork. It requires intensive and well-structured communication and collaboration. Let's look at the fragmented tools. These tools fully leverage prior development steps. There are overlapping tasks over the separate stages. This requires excessive QA practices, which results in increased communication over the step between various roles and additional staff hours. These costs are passed on to the clients. So what does it mean? It is challenging to automate systems that are not holistically integrated, learn user patterns, and improve from user activities. There are more challenges related to software development that puts teams and management under the pressure. My name is Mark, and I have started an app development company in 2011. I have experienced the problem in app development firsthand and saw an opportunity to solve it. The best solution should have the information flowing from initial step into subsequent within the system, reducing the human factor and the need for unstructured communication. Adevi is an app development hub where we reimagined and automated the process by applying cutting-edge technology. It provides structured communication that expands functionality through the integrated tools that developers already love. We achieve highly agile app development process between coders and other members of a project. It allows everyone to contribute to a project without the need to be a tech person. Moreover, Adevi communicates with all the participants on your behalf. At the same time, we collect more structured data to address automation of other areas of software development lifecycle. So, what are the benefits? Reducing, in some cases, eliminated human factor, improving project roadmap reliability, customer retention, team performance, and work satisfaction. Adevi doesn't have direct competition, but it also complements other software development groups. The market is huge, and IT spend is expected to grow 3.7% this year to reach 4 trillion. Initially, we are targeting to disrupt the app prototyping and penetrate the bespoke app development market. The go-to-market is quite advanced. We have signed express of interest from early adopters and test the database for further outreach. Our early adopters and testers come from diverse areas. Software development companies with staff ranging from 12 to more than 250 people, freelancers and entrepreneurs, academies and colleges. Adevi is a B2B online platform with a monthly subscription. The subscription fee varies based on team size, the number of purchases, and source code downloads. In the third year of operation, we're forecasting to have more than 30 million of accumulated revenue. We have been testing the product since early this year, and now we're in the soft launch phase. The project has been bootstrapped to date. We were granted an Australian patent and have submitted US and European patent applications a year ago. We seek funding to support public launch and marketing, further development and automation, introduce other planned cash flow streams.
You got one minute left.
Adevi is an app development platform built for developers by the developers. Get more apps delivered on time and on budget. Thank you.
Awesome presentation. Great job. So,
Thank you.
Really amazing. So what does your team currently look like?
So at the moment, we have a software development company. So it's basically a bigger team. But currently there is 8 people working on the project full time, including the business analyst. And there are also sometimes we including some students. So we work with different universities and colleges, and we also bring IT professionals from the universities to help us to test or do some to help us with, for example, data cleansing and other stuff.
Cool. And then with regards to like future development, is there a pretty extensive roadmap, or is your minimum viable product exactly where you want it to be?
No, it definitely not. It's just a first step to get monetization and to start getting the customers in the door. One of the things that we, I guess, different from other platforms also, we trying to capture all the information from the first interaction with the client. So visualize something under 1 hour and have a collaborative platform so you can support from your development team that could be overseas, for example. When someone on the, in front of the client and trying to get the requirements and initiate the contract. So from the first interaction, we capture the data, and then the whole project, the whole development continues through within the Adevi hub. And also after that, because it's bespoke software development, it synchronizes the coders with people who work in like without the code. So they're basically designers or business analysts.
All right, so I'll make sure I understand. So let's pretend like me, I'm non-technical. right? And I have this app that I want to build. Would I be able to use this on my own, or is this a platform I'd sign up for and then I'd hire a software development firm and they'd be working within this app so I had more visibility, it was more organized? Like what does the dynamics look like?
It's a combination. So, for example, on the front end prototype, the platform generates the front end code, and that used further. But then it's a bespoke development. So through the platform, you will be able to hire a team. You will be able to invite and test the product.
Okay, and so who would you say is your main competition today? Like, who would you be competing up against?
So there's a platform called AppGyver. There's a no-code platforms if we're talking about entrepreneurs, but most of the complex projects still it's not beneficial to do them in low-code.
So have you heard of a platform called Bubble? Would Bubble be a competitor?
That's what I mentioned. But Bubble is more for Bubble is no-code platform. And we're developing low-code platform plus hub for the software development.
I see.
Good. So what's your optimal with 10x Incubator? Like if you were able to paint a picture of the exact outcome you're looking for, what does the dynamic look like with us?
Basically, the final outcome is automate the project manager, like basically create artificial project manager. So kind of chatbot experience that helps you from A to final.
But what's your outcome with us, with 10x Incubator? Like if you create the perfect partnership with 10x Incubator, what role are we playing to support you?
Again, with helping with launch, network, supporting network, organizational structure, I guess. I guess it's more as a board of the like the soundboard on the company, and also investments and the lead basically the investments and the market.
All right, so let's see what our audience thinks. So you're watching this. What are your thoughts on Adavet? Very interesting concept. Would you use this if you had a mobile app to get the low-code part in motion and then bring in a software development firm? Or even if you're a software development firm that's watching the show, we have many fans that watch this show, they're in the software development space. Would this make the time working with your clients more efficient? Eric, what are your thoughts on next steps?
So I'm always interested in tools that every company that we have would possibly be using, and a artificial intelligent project manager I could see a lot of our companies using. I think I still don't quite get, so I asked what the difference is between Bubble, and I completely understand the difference between Bubble and a Devi. But then there's another one that I'd want to talk about in due diligence called Builder.ai that's doing a lot of the same things. I'm not sure if you've ever heard. Oh, okay, yeah. So Builder.ai is another one that I'd want to hear about. But I think that this idea is interesting, and especially with more and more people trying to get into tech, it's only going to keep getting bigger, and an artificial intelligent project manager would definitely help that.
Yeah, I'm a yes as well. I'm impressed with you. I think the vision is really cool. Like Eric said, whenever we have anyone pitch us something that we believe all 10,000 of our companies will use, we're obviously a yes, because then there'd be 10,000 users. So congratulations to you. We'd love to move forward with due diligence, but there's still time. If you're watching this, please influence us one way or the other. A wonderful job with the presentation. We appreciate you and can't wait to go deeper. So we got another entrepreneur coming into the tank.
Yeah.
You ready for it?
Always excited.
All right, let's do it. After this commercial, we'll bring on the next entrepreneur.
The insurance adjuster industry has not received much love in the space of innovation, ever. Professionals in this industry are faced with extremely arduous processes that make scaling difficult and quality of life poor. Claim Guru assists public adjusting businesses by providing powerful tools for managing every step of the claim process, from origination to settlement and beyond. In addition, Claim Guru will help professionals stay on top of their adjusting caseload, proactively guiding them through the process, which makes the customer experience significantly enhanced. Our client-centric approach helps to increase your company's capacity, providing you with the tools you need to grow and succeed. From lead management, contract execution, scheduling, claims filing, claims management, loss scoping, loss documentation, document creation and distribution, file transferring, claim activity documentation, task reminders and organization, form filling and filing, payment intake and distribution, the process is currently way too complex and time-consuming to allow for maximum profits. Until now. We invite you to take your public adjusting business to the next level by hiring a guru, the one and only Claim Guru.
So with that, another episode in
Another
the books.
episode in the
Great
books.
job.
Yep.
Listen, this is just the coolest thing ever. People from around the world sharing their dream, sharing their vision, sharing their tech ideas. Some of these ideas people have been sitting on for years, like years. They've just been sitting on it, like hoping that someday if they sit on it long enough, it's gonna just sprout. It doesn't work that way. They need to raise their hand. They need to put themselves out there. And I want to applaud every entrepreneur that submits their idea. I want to acknowledge you. I want to acknowledge you for doing what 0.0001% of the world does, which is taking action around something that matters. And I want to acknowledge the 4 entrepreneurs that came on here tonight to share that big idea with us, to share that big idea in front of thousands of people that watch live and tens of thousands that watch the replay. But what about you? What about the person that's watching this, watching every single evening? And you're watching because you want to understand what's going on in the space of innovation, but you're also watching because you know that someday you're going to come on the tank. What if that someday is right now? Head over to 10xtechtank.com and submit your idea. You see, we're really nice, right? We're not going to bite. We want to say yes. When the right person shows up with the right idea and the right market and the right business model, we're going to say yes. Let's move into due diligence, or no, do these steps and then come back to us. We want to say yes. We want to say yes to you. And if this is your first time here, thank you for spending this evening with us. Please also head over to 10xtechtank.com. Sign up on that page so we can send you notifications before every one of our episodes. And we have a really cool gift for you. It's called the Perfect Pitch Kit. It's a video training combined with a manual, combined with a template that you can use so that you too can have the perfect pitch. So we appreciate you. We can't wait to see you on the next episode in the tank. Bye for now.
Which napkin will become the next exit? Which MVP will evolve into a unicorn? Which cash-flowing tech company will reach the next level? Our hope and desire is that it's yours. Your idea, your MVP, your cash-flowing tech company. Now is your time. Head over to 10xincubator.com and submit your idea so that you get on the tank and give us the chance to transform your napkin into an exit. That's 10xincubator.com. That's 10xincubator.com. Let's go.